Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about some of the most surprising coins ever made. The steel wheat pennies that could be worth a fortune. Moneybag, these small coins might look ordinary, but some are valued at thousands, even up to millionaire-level prices in today's collector market. So before you toss that old penny aside, you might want to check it again. It could make you rich. Let's get started. First up, the 1943 steel wheat penny is one of the most fascinating and iconic coins in American history. A small yet powerful reminder of a time when the world was at war and the United States Mint was forced to adapt to extreme circumstances. This coin, struck without a mint mark in Philadelphia, is made entirely of steel coated with zinc and stands apart as one of the most unique issues in the entire Lincoln Cent series. Even in blackened or darkened condition today, the 1943 steel penny remains a striking piece of numismatic history, highly demanded by collectors and investors alike for its rarity, historical background, and growing value in today's market. The story of the 1943 steel wheat penny begins during World War II when copper, which was normally used for U.S. cents, was needed urgently for ammunition and other wartime equipment. In response, the U.S. Mint made a bold decision to change the composition of the penny to conserve copper for the war effort. Thus, in 1943, the traditional bronze penny was temporarily replaced by a steel version coated in zinc, giving it a shiny, silver-like appearance that made it stand out instantly from all previous Lincoln cents. This dramatic change created a coin that became both a wartime necessity and a collectible treasure. The 1943 steel penny features the same beloved design that had adorned U.S. cents since 1909, the classic Abraham Lincoln portrait on the obverse and the twin wheat ears on the reverse. The inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1943 surround Lincoln's bust, while the reverse proudly displays 1 cent, United States of America, and the national motto, E Pluribus Unum. Its steel composition and bright, silvery look gave the coin an entirely new character, and collectors quickly recognized it as one of the most visually distinct coins in American circulation. One of the most unique features of the 1943 steel penny is its magnetic property. Because it was made of steel, it can be picked up with a magnet, a feature unlike any other regular U.S. coin. This characteristic often surprises new collectors and makes the coin instantly recognizable. Over the decades, many 1943 steel pennies have oxidized, developing a dark or black appearance, which adds to their vintage charm. The black toning, often caused by exposure to moisture or air, gives the coin a bold, antique look that tells the story of its age and survival through history. Despite being produced in large numbers initially, finding a 1943 steel penny in good condition today is becoming increasingly rare. Many of these coins corroded over time due to their steel core, especially if stored in damp environments. However, even circulated or darkened examples are now highly collectible because of their historical importance and the uniqueness of their composition. The Philadelphia minted version, which carries no mint mark, is especially valued for being part of the first ever U.S. coin issue made entirely from steel. Collectors are drawn to the 1943 steel wheat penny not just for its unusual metal composition, but also for its deep wartime symbolism. This coin represents American innovation, sacrifice, and resilience during one of the most challenging periods in world history. Holding this coin is like holding a small piece of the World War II home front, a tangible artifact of the nation's determination to adapt and overcome. Its story resonates with collectors, making it a must-have in any serious Lincoln Cent collection. The rarity of the 1943 steel penny, particularly in fine or very fine condition, adds significantly to its demand. Although millions were minted, the passage of time has thinned their numbers, and pristine examples are increasingly hard to find. Coins that have survived in black-toned or darkened condition still attract strong interest, especially if their details remain sharp. For many collectors, these signs of age add authenticity and character, turning each piece into a unique historical specimen rather than a simple old coin. In today's numismatic market, the 1943 steel wheat penny commands strong prices, depending on its grade and preservation. Circulated examples in black or aged condition can sell from $1 to $10, while those in uncirculated grades may reach $20 to $50 or even higher. Exceptional specimens with original luster and minimal rusting can easily exceed $100. Meanwhile, extremely rare off-metal errors, such as 1943 pennies accidentally struck in copper, have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, adding excitement and prestige to the year's reputation among collectors. The collector demand for 1943 steel pennies remains high, and continues to grow as more people recognize their historical and monetary significance. They are often one of the first coins that new collectors seek out because of their distinctive look and fascinating story. For advanced collectors, assembling a full set of 1943 steel pennies from all three mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, represents a rewarding challenge that celebrates one of America's most interesting numismatic experiments. For those who already own a 1943 steel penny, proper storage is essential to preserve its condition and value. Because of its steel core, the coin can rust if exposed to moisture. Collectors are encouraged to store their coins in dry, protective holders or airtight containers to prevent further oxidation. Cleaning is strongly discouraged, as it can damage the coin's natural surface and reduce its value. Even a dark or black-toned example should be left in its natural state, as original surfaces are far more prized by collectors. The 1943 steel wheat penny is more than just a collectible. It's a story of resourcefulness and national pride. Each coin is a physical link to a time when Americans made sacrifices to support victory in World War II. Its silver-like appearance, unique magnetic quality, and enduring symbolism make it a conversation piece that continues to capture attention in coin shows, auctions, and private collections around the world. In the modern coin market, interest in the 1943 steel penny has shown no signs of slowing down. As collectors increasingly focus on historically significant coins, the steel cent's popularity continues to rise. Its combination of affordability, historical depth, and potential appreciation make it both a sentimental and strategic investment. Even coins in blackened or circulated condition carry remarkable historical and financial appeal. In conclusion, the 1943 steel wheat penny without a mint mark stands as one of the most extraordinary coins in U.S. history. Its unique composition, wartime heritage, and enduring beauty have secured its place among the most celebrated American coins ever struck. Whether in shiny silver or aged black, each 1943 steel penny tells a story of strength, adaptation, and national pride. For collectors and enthusiasts alike, this coin remains a timeless reminder that even the smallest piece of metal can hold immense historical and monetary value, a true treasure in every sense of the word. Next up, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of those classic American coins that continues to shine in the world of numismatics. Even decades after it was struck, this coin has maintained its charm, value, and demand among collectors across the globe. Found in very fine condition, this small copper piece tells a story that stretches back through time, a story of resilience, craftsmanship, and enduring beauty. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny is not just a coin. It's a living relic of post-war America, representing strength, renewal, and pride in the nation's progress. Today, this particular penny, especially in well-preserved form, holds surprising value and an even greater legacy. The history of the 1946 wheat penny is deeply rooted in a pivotal period of American history. Following the end of World War II, the United States Mint resumed normal coin production after several years of metal shortages and wartime adjustments. In 1943, the Mint had famously experimented with steel pennies due to the need for copper in the war effort. By 1946, the nation had returned to stability, and with it came the reintroduction of the classic bronze composition. Struck in Philadelphia, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark reflects the spirit of a nation rebuilding and prospering after years of conflict. Each coin struck that year became a symbol of renewed strength and economic recovery. The design of this iconic coin is one of America's most recognizable. The obverse side showcases the timeless portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's dignified profile embodies integrity, leadership, and unity, qualities that deeply resonated with the American people in the post-war era. The inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1946 are boldly imprinted around Lincoln's portrait, giving the coin a clean, classic aesthetic. On the reverse side, two wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. The wheat ears symbolize hard work and prosperity, values that defined the American spirit during the mid-20th century. One of the most unique features of the 1946 wheat penny is its metal composition. This coin was struck using a blend of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it a warm, reddish-brown appearance that ages gracefully over time. In very fine condition, the coin retains a beautiful natural luster, even if subtle signs of wear are visible. The details of Lincoln's hair, coat, and face remain sharp, while the wheat ears on the reverse still display distinct lines. This combination of detail and preservation makes the 1946 penny without a mint mark a standout piece for collectors who value quality and history in equal measure. Rarity plays a key role in the value and collectability of any coin, and while millions of 1946 wheat pennies were produced, finding one today in very fine condition without a mint mark is increasingly uncommon. Over time, countless coins were lost, damaged, or melted down, making high-quality examples much harder to find. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins like this because they represent not just survival, but preservation, a coin that has maintained its integrity and appearance after nearly 80 years. The Philadelphia Mint, known for its craftsmanship, produced coins with excellent strike quality, which adds further appeal to this 1946 issue. The condition of this coin plays a significant role in its desirability. In very fine condition, every detail of the design remains visible, and the coin's surfaces retain much of their original brightness. For collectors, this level of preservation is ideal because it showcases the coin's full beauty without significant wear. Even though it's an older coin, it maintains a look that speaks of care and respect through generations. This well-preserved condition increases not only its visual charm, but also its value in today's action-packed coin market. Collector demand for the 1946 wheat penny remains strong because it represents a combination of history, accessibility, and hidden rarity. It's a coin that bridges the gap between everyday pocket change and collectible treasure. Enthusiasts admire it for its connection to the post-war era and its role as one of the last members of the wheat penny family before the Lincoln Memorial design took over in 1959. Owning a piece like this feels like holding a direct link to America's past, a coin that circulated during times of optimism, economic growth, and national rebuilding. In today's coin market, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark continues to hold impressive value, especially in very fine condition. Depending on its luster, tone, and preservation, its worth can range from $5 to over $75, with higher grade or particularly well-struck examples fetching even more from serious collectors. Special varieties, such as double dies or striking anomalies, can multiply this value several times, sometimes reaching into the hundreds of dollars. The current market trend shows growing demand for pre-1950s wheat pennies as younger collectors begin to appreciate their historic and artistic value. What makes the 1946 wheat penny so appealing in today's market is its combination of beauty, heritage, and investment potential. Coins like this are increasingly seen as tangible assets, small pieces of history that continue to appreciate over time. As global interest in vintage American coins expands, the 1946 wheat penny has become a must-have for anyone building a complete wheat series set or seeking coins with long-term financial growth. Its connection to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and its stunning copper color only add to its collectible charm. For collectors looking to preserve and protect this coin, proper storage is crucial. It should be kept in a dry, cool environment, ideally within a coin capsule or protective holder to prevent oxidation. Avoid cleaning it, as the natural patina enhances its character and authenticity. When displayed under the right lighting, a well-preserved 1946 wheat penny can look absolutely stunning, a coin that speaks volumes without saying a word. The best advice for collectors is to always look for coins that balance historical significance with visual appeal. The 1946 wheat penny is exactly that, a perfect example of mid-century American minting excellence. Whether you're a new enthusiast or a seasoned investor, owning this coin adds not just financial value to your collection, but emotional and historical worth that's priceless. The story of the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of legacy and endurance. It has stood the test of time, traveling through generations while maintaining its original artistry and symbolism. Every coin tells a story, and this one tells of a strong America, a proud people, and a moment in history when the nation was united and moving forward. In conclusion, the 1946 wheat penny remains one of the most desirable and historically significant coins of its era. Its very fine condition, classic design, and connection to the post-war rebirth of America make it a prized addition to any collection. As the demand for rare and beautiful wheat pennies continues to rise, this coin's value in both sentiment and dollars grows stronger each year. If you ever come across a 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark, treat it as the treasure it truly is, a shining reminder that even the smallest coin can carry the greatest story and remarkable value in today's thriving collector's market. Next up, the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark is one of those shining examples of America's rich numismatic history that continues to fascinate collectors and investors around the world. Despite being over 6 decades old, this coin remains a beloved piece of the classic Lincoln wheat penny series. Found in very fine condition, it captures both the beauty and the craftsmanship of mid-20th century U.S. minting. The 1956 wheat penny holds its place as a treasure of everyday Americana, a coin that has transformed from a simple 1-cent piece into a highly sought-after collectible with significant historical and monetary value in today's thriving action market. The history of the 1956 wheat penny ties deeply to a time of peace, prosperity, and progress in post-war America. The Lincoln wheat penny series had already been in circulation since 1909, and by 1956, it had become a national symbol of pride, stability, and unity. The Philadelphia Mint, which struck the version without a mint mark, was operating at full strength during this period, producing coins of outstanding quality and precision. The economy was booming, people were collecting more coins, and the U.S. Mint's designs were celebrated for their timeless elegance. The 1956 wheat penny represents that era perfectly, a reflection of both the nation's economic optimism and its deep respect for Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy. The coin's design remains one of the most iconic in American numismatic history. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, crafted by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's profile is sharp, detailed, and noble, symbolizing leadership and moral strength. Surrounding him are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1956. The simplicity of this design gives the coin its classic appeal and makes it instantly recognizable. On the reverse, 2 beautifully curved wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. These wheat ears are more than decorative. They stand as emblems of hard work, prosperity, and the fruitful results of perseverance. What makes the 1956 wheat penny especially interesting is its metal composition. It was struck using a mix of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich reddish-brown glow that collectors love. Even though the user mentioned it as a steel wheat penny, the 1956 issue actually marks a return to full copper production after the brief steel composition used during World War II. This makes the 1956 version one of the last of the true copper wheat pennies before the design change in 1959, when the reverse was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial. The 1956 coin, therefore, represents the final chapter of a beloved American coin design, adding to its historical importance and collector appeal. The condition of this coin plays a crucial role in its current value and desirability. In very fine condition, the 1956 wheat penny showcases crisp details and a pleasing surface tone. Lincoln's hairlines, facial features, and coat folds remain visible, while the wheat stalks on the reverse show excellent definition. This level of preservation makes the coin a strong candidate for collectors who value originality and visual beauty. Coins that have retained their natural luster and fine detailing after decades of circulation are increasingly scarce, which is why this 1956 wheat penny stands out in the competitive collector's market. Rarity is another key factor driving the demand for this coin. While the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of wheat pennies in 1956, time and wear have greatly reduced the number of well-preserved specimens. Very fine condition pieces, especially those without scratches, discoloration, or corrosion, are now harder to find. These coins are admired not just for their age, but for their quality, a sign of careful preservation and respect by previous owners. The absence of a mint mark also gives this coin a special connection to the main U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, the heart of American coin production. Collector demand for the 1956 wheat penny remains high because it bridges 2 significant eras in U.S. coinage. the end of the wheat design and the dawn of the memorial cent. It's the last few years of a design that defined a generation of coins, and collectors know the sentimental and historical power that comes with owning such a piece. Every time this coin appears in auctions or private collections, it draws attention for its aesthetic charm and rich background. For many, it's not just about the face value but the story it carries from an age of American excellence and tradition. The current market value of the 1956 wheat penny in very fine condition can range anywhere from $10 to over $75, depending on eye appeal, coloration, and preservation. Coins with extra luster or deep original tone can bring higher premiums from serious buyers. Certain varieties or striking errors, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, can push the value into the hundreds of dollars. The action market for vintage wheat pennies has been growing steadily, with collectors from across the world bidding aggressively for coins that demonstrate both beauty and rarity. This coin's investment potential is another aspect that cannot be overlooked. With the continued rise in demand for vintage American coins, the 1956 wheat penny has become a smart choice for collectors seeking both emotional satisfaction and financial growth. Its copper content, historical symbolism, and iconic design make it a timeless asset that only appreciates as time passes. The global collector community values coins like this for their enduring artistry and connection to one of the most beloved series in U.S. coin history. For collectors, preserving the 1956 wheat penny is of utmost importance. Keep it stored in a protective coin holder or capsule, away from humidity and direct sunlight. Never attempt to clean it, as doing so may reduce its value and strip away the natural patina that makes it unique. Proper care ensures that its surfaces remain intact and that its luster continues to shine for generations to come. A well-maintained wheat penny is a true gem that can serve as both a collectible and an heirloom. Collectors are also encouraged to examine their coins for any unusual traits or minting errors, as these can greatly increase the coin's worth. Coins with minor doubling, die cracks, or off-center features often attract enthusiastic bidding. The 1956 wheat penny, being one of the final years of its kind, saw strong mint activity, making error varieties particularly exciting for coin enthusiasts to discover. In conclusion, the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark is far more than a simple coin. It's a reflection of American heritage, artistry, and resilience. Its copper brilliance, historic design, and strong collector demand make it a valuable piece in today's thriving action market. Whether you're a lifelong numismatist or a new enthusiast, this coin offers both beauty and potential, carrying with it a story that spans generations. Owning one is like owning a small piece of history, one that continues to shine brightly, even decades after it first left the Philadelphia Mint.